Hey guys, it's Stephanie, and I'm here to do a currently reading check in because I work this weekend, so I'm not going to have time to do a weekend or a Friday reads. So I'm just going to do it now. So I am halfway through Blackwater Rising by Attica Locke. I'm doing this as a buddy read with Liz Schubert, and I said before that this was a detective series, but Jay, the main character, is actually a lawyer. Although there hasn't been a ton of courtroom drama, I mean, I'm halfway through, so the second half could very much be courtroom drama based. At this point, there's a lot of ground level investigation going on where he's getting his hands dirty and getting involved. There has been some slow patches in this, but we're at that point where everything is finally coming together, like Jay's mysterious past and the issue with the warring unions, and all of that is like finally contributing to the main mystery. So it's picking up, and I'm interested to see where that momentum goes and how everything gets resolved. So hopefully going to finish this weekend. Also, GP Putnam Sons sent me Blood Standard by Laird Barron, which is the beginning of a crime series where Isaiah, the main character, used to be part of the mob in Alaska until he made a mistake and they sent him away to New York. Now, when I first read that, I wasn't too stoked about it because I was thinking, do we really need another mob story in New York City? But what happens instead is they send him away to upstate New York to a farm, and they tell the couple that runs the farm that Isaiah is some like strung out like druggie and alcoholic and he needs hard labor to set him straight. So it's kind of a funny setup. That's where I'm at right now. Like, he just got to the farm and they're showing him around and telling him what his chores are going to be. And the synopsis says that there's a young girl in the community that goes missing and he just can't help but intervene and, find out what's going on. I'm going to assume that somehow it circles back to the mob and it's going to be problems because he's kind of supposed to be on the DL and off the face of the earth. And I'm interested to see where that goes. Yeah, this is very hard-boiled, but I'm really enjoying it so far. I have a soft spot for protagonists that are a little irreverent and rough around the edges, so I am enjoying this, and I will let you know how this goes. This gets published in May, by the way, May 29th. So I'll probably do a full review closer to that date. And also going to pick up this weekend The Shipping News by Annie Proulx. This was on my list of books that I plan to read in 2018, and a lot of people said that this was their favorite, or that, like it left an impact, like they remembered it a lot. And I'm doing this as a buddy read with Devin over at the Indie Insomniac because this is about a man whose like life is falling apart, and so he takes his daughters back to his family's land of Newfoundland, and Devin actually lives there, so I'm hoping we can have conversations about the realism when it comes to the portrayal of Newfoundland and the people that live there and the landscape and the customs, and see how accurate it is or how accurate he feels that it's portrayed. So I'm looking forward to that. And on my Kindle, I am reading The Last Days of Jack Sparks, which is a horror novel, but it has a little bit of humor in it. And basically, Jack Sparks in the story was just this big online personality, kind of a troll. And the story is that he dies while he's researching his latest project, like he was researching the occult. And so what you're reading is actually like his last manuscript. And so far he was at an exorcism, and he sends out a tweet that's like, I'm at an exorcism, and it's the funniest thing, like so stupid. And he is just relishing in the uproar that creates and all the responses he gets to it. So, I mean, he's an unlikable character. And then someone hijacks his YouTube account and uploads like this really eerie 40-second video, and he has no idea where it came from, and then it just disappears, and it kind of starts to drive him crazy. So it's really interesting so far. And I know Rachel over at the Shades of Orange and I, we have a horror podcast, and we talked about doing an episode on books that deal with technology, because so often, especially in horror movies, horror depends on the lack of technology, like being stuck in a cabin and the phone's not working. So I'm interested to see, I mean, this isn't the first story I've read that does this. That's why we can do an episode about it. But horror that really uses technology as a tool to tell their story. So I'm really liking the tone. Like, it's funny, it's snarky because you're reading his manuscript, and like in the margins, like his letters to the editor, and then like little social media stuff. So it's interesting so far, and I'm really enjoying it. But obviously I'll let you know how that goes. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you are reading this weekend and if you have read or are interested in any of the books I mentioned. Like I said, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.